Hi all, welcome to this POTM Sterling SBC guide. Didn't expect this to drop this afternoon, and joys of being out when it happened, and suddenly spent the afternoon once we got home just building up the routes. So if we can smash the links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. Now the SBCs will set you back around 250 to 275k, so it's not the cheapest and it is a bit of a rip. Because he is a left mid. If he was right wing, it would feel quite worthwhile. In terms of packs, you're getting, I would say, it's not the best, say, return. Like, you're getting 210k worth of packs to do the SBC, but for 5 routes, all told, it isn't going to be cheap. So, like, for, as I said, 215k worth of packs, and obviously get your kit at the end for the 5th one. But for our first route, sets you back around 35 to 38k. Did a lot of playing about this. Gaspar is the curveball player that we put in to make this work. This route doesn't need chemistry, loyalty or position changes. Your inform is Gaston Ramirez, team is Lionel, Mario Gaspar, then John Stones, Laporte, then Kolarov, Perotti, Pastore, Gundogan, then inform Gaston Ramirez, Samuel Castillo, and then Alejandro Gomez. You could see alternatives of going Nzonzi, or El Shawari, then striker being Mandzukic, and then right back you sometimes may see Bellerin, but Gaspar is an even cheaper option. You could see Odriozola be popped in there, but we were quite chuffed with this, that we were able to squeeze this route for even cheaper. Like when I saw Bellerin, El Shawari, De Rossi and Mandzukic, it was roughly working out about 5k cheap, 5k more expensive. So to get this under 40k with no loyalty or no position changes, I have seen routes incorporated with that, so it was with position changes, and it was still working out more expensive. So I'm pretty impressed with that. The second route, it's try to get a bit of flexibility in this route isn't the easiest, I will admit. I was really trying to go somewhere a bit different than what I'd seen, but this route, 85k, it's going to set you back. We went Kasper Schmeichel, Trippier, Otamendi, Vincent Kompany, inform Bongonda at left back, then Carrasco, Mkhitaryan, inform Aaron Mui, Bernardo Silva, Giroud and Lacazette. Gets you right on 90k. Carrasco puts it to 91 because we have him packed. So in theory I could even put him at left back, but it wouldn't make a big difference. But we tried to open pray that we could have went a completely different way, but it wasn't happening for us at all. We were hoping to maybe go like Ozil in centre mid, but going like Pereira, but you were finding Kompany and Otamendi were kind of needed for this, and there's not really much flexibility in it. As I said, that's 85k for a 50k pack. Then the third route, which is then touching on England, this one's fairly straightforward, about 34-35k to do this one. Really played around with this and actually found cheaper ways to do it. People were going Ashley Young and Milner at left back and left centre defensive mid respectively. We found it was working out cheaper going Delph and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Then midfield going Forsberg, Kagawa, Götze, Witsel, Hane and Torode. The informs being Hane and Torode. Then goalkeeper being Pickford, then Smalling. So as I said, your team is Pickford, then right back is informed Sophie and Hane, then Chris Smalling, Stones, Delph, Oxlade-Chamberlain, then Witsel, Götze, Kagawa, Forsberg and informed Torode. So gets you the 85k. Witsel for us is packed, so that's why it would be slightly higher. One of the more worthwhile ones, this is a 35k pack, so it's like 35k spend for a 35k pack. So obviously you're not going to get a 35k return unless you suddenly get like an inform or something big. So it's, if you've been kind of calculating your costs at the moment, you'll see that we're slowly closing in 250k. Now this route, for this one, for Crazy Skills, I was really chuffed to kind of do this even cheaper than a number of the routes I'd seen. You can see Ruffier's at right back. This helps this way particular but we went your Southampton player is Ryan Bertrand, West Ham player is Felipe Anderson, and your Manchester United player is Fred. They'll be the most common three you'll see. I was trying to hope and pray could have done it with Lingard, but then you can't obviously get Ken for Marquinhos, so we went Lopez, then right back is Ruffier, right centre back is Glick, left centre back is Marquinhos, then Bertrand, Verratti, Fovan, Fekir, Fred, Felipe Anderson, and up is Lacazette. Really chuffed with this actually. It works out around 59-60k, 58 to 60k to do. To see Glick over, say, like any of the other 83, 84s that I've been kind of seeing put in at right centre back, like Kimpembe, people were putting like Kimpembe in, and I was like, or Marcel, not Marcel, like other 83, 84s, and I was like, really? I'm like, Glick's like a third of the price. It's like, come on. So it's a big saving, and people will do slight variants of this. They'll do Fernandinho at CDM over Verratti. And then the last one is just a fairly straightforward way of just incorporating two leagues. Easiest way I went was going Bournemouth, so we went Boric, Simon Francis, Diego Rico, and Sermon. I was trying to see, you could get a Spanish, I tried to get a Spanish centre mid like Obiang, because it was slightly cheaper. It would have been like Sermon's like a 900 coins, but Sermon Obiang was like 750, 800, but it just wasn't happening. So I was like, well, can't get it all your own ways. And then the informs of Waston, Escobar, and Kamara. Then Felhaber and Nguyen make up the rest of the midfield, and then at right wing is Pedro Santos. As you can see, we've got 95k. That is because Felhaber and Nguyen are packed. Kamara's packed. It's Nguyen. It's Waston and Kamara that are packed. Get it right. I can't even get my players right that I've packed. Poor show from me. But as a whole, like with your left centre mid to your goalkeeper, if you go one EPL team, you'll generally find it works fairly straightforward, and you're not really breaking too much hassle. But for an SBC, as I say, it's roughly working out. I've got about this at 250k. This is like a 40 to 45k route, depending on how cheap you can snipe everything, of course. But as an SBC, I'm not interested in it. If it was a right wing, I might have been tempted, but 250k to do about 210k worth of packs for like about 150k card. But all in all, keep your eyes peeled for obviously future playing months. See what these do, the SBC as a whole. But let me know in the comments below if you're going to do the SBC. Smash likes as always. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at G is a legend. Take it easy all. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.